So recently I used 3 dating apps: Black Singles, Hinge, and there's one for 50-year-olds called Finally. I paid a 1-month fee for each one just so I could access most of the features. I put up a few pictures of myself and let the chips fall where they may. Now, full disclosure, I'm married, but I can have friends. And that's exactly what I put in my description. Now, you may feel like that's useless to people on a dating app looking for love, but friendship, especially good friendship, is gold in this world of fake folks and fake bodies and AI generated videos. Last time I checked, there's a loneliness epidemic. Well, the cure for that is actual human connection with a friend or someone deeper than that. All I'm saying is, don't discount the blessings of good friendship. Anyway, I got quite a few responses, like 30 in about 4 days' time. This was using Hinge and the Finally application. The Black dating app had less members, so I got less responses. As the weeks turned into a full month, I counted 100 responses, and that was among all 3 applications. Not bad for a married 52-year-old man offering nothing but friendship and conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, what did I learn from the experience? Well, the first thing I learned is there are a lot of fake accounts. These fake fembots will like your picture and reach out to you via message. I would catch these bots by telling them to chat on my WhatsApp, and they would proceed to send me pictures. Now, this could have been real people looking to make a few bucks, something I'll touch on later. But the ones that were bots kept giving me generic responses. They weren't even reading what I was typing. It was funny to see, but if I were a guy looking for friendship or I was lonely, this would be pretty disheartening to me. For real. The second thing I learned was a lot of chicks want money. Now, my wife told me that saying the truth, that I'm 52 and retired, would bring me a lot of women who saw me as a sugar daddy. I think she was right on the money. I counted 25 women, easy, who were talking about needing a man to take care of them and asking me for money in a slick way. For instance, my son's birthday is tomorrow and I don't know what I'm gonna get him without money. Here's his picture. That shit really happened. I thought the Nigerians were the scammers, but they got nothing on these women with these dating apps. One lady flat out said, friendship is nice, but it can't do shit for me right now. Now, I understand where she's coming from, but I think you're dumb if you have that attitude. Let me tell you something, as long as you're in America, how successful you get is dependent on other people and or who you know. No one is self-made. So as I said before, friendship is important for many reasons. Having a hookup never goes out of style. The third issue I had with all 3 of these dating applications were the filter system. I would plainly type in that I was only interested in a certain distance from me, but yet I would still get suggestions 90 miles away and more. Even if I were desperately lonely, I ain't traveling that far just to meet someone I know very little about. I tested other filters and I found more of the same issues. If I put in athletic as a body choice, I didn't get those choices. So these apps, they ain't even listening to you, and yet you paid your money for it, hoping to find a connection. There's a couple of other gripes that I had, like the annoying ads for mini games, as well as the ads asking you for more money in order to boost your profile so more people see you. But why would you need to do that if you already paid for a premium subscription for a month? You've heard it before, but I'll say it because it's true. Today's dating apps are taking advantage of lonely people. They don't care about the service you receive, and most of the apps are probably ran with an AI, an algorithm, and a small staff of 10 or less. Listen, if you're single or just looking for friends because you don't have any, get outside and be social. Oftentimes in life, doing the hard thing is the best thing. Taking the challenge is what makes us grow, people. We can be too lazy, too scared, or anxious, but damn it, it will make us better whether we pass or fail in the attempt. I remember going up to a woman and simply getting the courage needed to say, "You're a beautiful lady." It wasn't creepy, it was honest. And to make sure I wasn't coming across the wrong way, I left it at that. She got her compliment, and guess what? I walked away confident in that baby step. And this was not easy at first because I legitimately suffered with low self-esteem. I did a video about it. So for me to walk up to a woman with a compliment in my mouth and my feelings in my throat, at first I felt like I was about to get into a fight. I was always super nervous, but your boy did it, and I did it again and again and again. And eventually, I gained more confidence in starting a conversation from that initial compliment. One of my coworkers, Andre, he said, "Dog," because that's what we said back then. "I don't know how you talk to women like that. You a stranger, man. That shit could go totally left." And I told him it's my countenance. It's the sincerity in my speech. Women are not stupid. They can sense certain things. I genuinely just want to tell a woman that I find attractive, that she looks beautiful, today. That's it. The same way a woman can tell a man that he looks handsome in that tie. There ain't nothing threatening about it. I just appreciate fine things. And honestly, I did get to know quite a few ladies on a more personal level just by being real with those compliments. And I mean, I went out on actual dates, no virtual stuff. The cell phones back then didn't have fancy screens. So that lack of technology forced a man to go after a woman he was interested in. Off of the strength of just giving a woman a compliment and a little bit of conversation, that would lead to getting her phone number and taking them out to the movies, walks, and I mean legit walks, because I knew where nice parks were, like Bryant Park in Manhattan, Central Park, and if you're in Brooklyn, the Promenade in good old Brooklyn Heights. Prospect Park if you're in Flatbush is a nice park. I took a date there just to feed the ducks one time. This was shit that I used to do by myself when I was playing hooky from school. The point is, folks, actual living and taking on actual self-esteem challenges gave me the confidence to pull out of my own bubble of low self-esteem. You know, there's 4 types of introverts: social, thinking, anxious, and restrained. I was all 4 easy. The only reason I didn't end up lonely or some dude who never leaves the house was because I genuinely hate living my life in fear. I know it sounds nuts, but sometimes you can turn hate into a positive thing. I've done it. For instance, if you feel hate for something or somebody, that's a strong emotional response. Take that energy and run a mile. It helps and it builds up your body, but you still need therapy, and you have to take the time daily for introspection. It's so important to either think about the day or journal about it. Either way, you'll begin to understand yourself. I did a video about that here. But yes, hate, that feeling, can be used as a positive in certain instances. I hated being scared to tell someone how I really felt, so I just used that energy and anger to speak up for myself. That's all I did. I can even take it to the extreme. Like, I personally hate racism, but I know it's programming. I know we don't come out of the womb with racism. All of the anti-racism videos I've done is using the hate, the emotional energy I have against racism, and I put that into positive and truth forward videos. The shit works. The proof is in the creation, folks. You must do something positive with that powerful energy of hate and anger, or it will consume you or usually others. That's a promise. If you hate being alone, use that hate to start a fire under your ass and get out and be social. Google is your guide. Just type in 10 ways to be social. You're going to have to learn how to speak to people. Also, be clean, smell nice, be presentable, take some pride in your appearance. Just because you're out of shape doesn't mean you have to have poor hygiene. There's plenty of heavy-set dudes who found their partner. You ain't gotta be muscular. In a world of fake-ass people and PC culture, the true character of a human being is the real, folks. That's what people really want. But you gotta be around people and make friends in order to begin to find the character of other people and yourself. These dating apps won't do it for you, people. Trust me, I know the house feels comfortable, safer, etc. And of course, you're like me, an introvert. You may even have convinced yourself that you just don't like people, but you haven't met everyone. That's the problem with us introverts. There's a big, wide world of experiences and people that you will never know by sitting your lonely and scared ass at home. And believe me, folks, as a kid, I was scared of everything, legitimately, even my own shadow on certain nights. I was scared of every fight, every challenge, every woman I thought was too pretty to ever be interested in an ugly guy like me. I was scared of dogs because they bite and cats because they scratch. I was scared to hold onto the poles on the trains because I saw dirty bums holding onto them and I didn't want germs. Y'all can't begin to understand how fucked up I was. There's another side to being an only child that's not all roses, people. But I always had that hate for being so scared of every little thing. It's okay to be scared and lonely or anxious. It's okay to be introverted in every way. It's okay to be uncomfortable around too many people. That's all normal for any human at different times. But what isn't normal is to live as a coward, knowing you've got issues and choosing to let those fears dictate your life and keep you from getting help or experiencing new things and people. You never know. Maybe one day you'll be jumping out of planes like Red Man. Yeah, fuck that shit.